Or maybe I'm just getting weaker. I can't tell anymore. Time loses meaning when you're locked in darkness. When the only light comes from the crack under the door. When your only company is pain and the rats that scurry across the stone floor. My wrists are raw and bleeding where the iron shackles dig into my skin. My shoulders scream from being chained above my head for how long? Days? Weeks? I've lost count. The basement smells like mold and old blood. My blood, mostly. From the beatings. From the interrogations. From the punishments for a crime I didn't commit. My name is Aurora Nightingale. I'm 24 years old. I'm an Omega. And I'm being tortured for my sister. Have you ever been punished for someone else's crime? Had your own family turn on you because it was easier than facing the truth? That's my reality. 3 months ago, my sister Celeste did the unthinkable. She betrayed our pack, the Shadowmere pack, to our enemies. She stole classified documents about our defenses, our patrol routes, our vulnerabilities. Then she fled to the Bloodfang pack, our sworn enemies, and gave them everything. The attack came 2 weeks later. Bloodfang warriors struck at dawn, knowing exactly where to hit, exactly when our defenses would be weakest. 15 of our warriors died. 20 more were injured. Our northern border was completely compromised. It was a massacre, and it was all Celeste's fault. But Celeste is gone. Disappeared into Bloodfang territory where our pack can't reach her. So they need someone to blame, someone to punish, someone to make an example of. And that someone is me. You had to know, my father, Alpha Dominic Nightingale, had said when they dragged me before the pack council. You're her sister. You shared a room with her for 20 years. You had to know what she was planning. I didn't know. I swear I had no idea. Lies. He slammed his fist on the table. Your sister doesn't make a move without consulting you. Everyone knows how close you two were. You expect me to believe she planned and executed a betrayal of this magnitude without your knowledge? She didn't tell me anything. Please, you have to believe. I believe you're a traitor. Just like her. His eyes were cold. So cold. This was the man who raised me, who used to call me his little starlight. Now he looked at me like I was vermin. And until we find Celeste and bring her to justice, you'll pay for her crimes. Father, please. You are not my daughter. My daughter died the day she betrayed her pack. And you're just the accomplice who stayed behind. That was 3 months ago. Since then, I've been locked in this basement, chained, starved, beaten, interrogated over and over. Always the same questions. Where is Celeste? What was the plan? Who else was involved? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But they don't believe me. My mother visits sometimes, but only to cry and ask why I did this. To the family. Why I helped Celeste destroy everything. I didn't help her. I sob every time. Mama, please, you have to believe me. Then why did she leave and you stayed? Why would she run if you weren't covering for her? I don't know. Maybe she didn't trust me enough to tell me. Maybe she knew I'd try to stop her. But my mother just shakes her head and leaves, disappointed in the daughter who supposedly betrayed her. The pack beta, Marcus, is the worst. He comes down here twice a week to encourage cooperation. That's what he calls it. I call it torture. He brings various tools, a whip, a blade, hot iron, whatever mood strikes him. Just tell us where she is, he always says, so reasonable, like he's asking me to pass the salt at dinner. Tell us, and this all ends. I don't know where she is. Wrong answer. Then comes the pain. I have scars all over my back now, burn marks on my arms, cuts on my legs. My body is a map of their encouragement. But I can't tell them what. I don't know. The door opens. Light streams down the stairs, making me squint after hours of darkness. Heavy footsteps descend. I recognize the gate. Beta Marcus. My stomach clenches with dread. Good morning, Aurora. His voice is pleasant, cheerful even. How are we feeling today? I don't answer. Learned that lesson weeks ago. Anything I say will be used against me. He circles me slowly. I'm on my knees, arms chained above me to a hook in the ceiling. I can't stand anymore. My legs gave out 2 days ago. I have news, he says conversationally. We caught one of Celeste's accomplices, a young beta from the western border. Very talkative, that one. Hope and dread war in my chest. If they caught someone who actually knows something, maybe they'll finally believe I'm innocent. He confirmed what we suspected. Marcus continues, that Celeste had help. Multiple accomplices working together to undermine the pack from within. That wasn't me. He gave us 3 names. Marcus stops in front of me. Yours wasn't one of them. Relief floods through me so intensely I almost sob. So you believe me? You know I'm innocent? Oh, I've always known you were innocent, Aurora. The words don't make sense. I look up at him, confused. His smile is cold, cruel. What? I've known from the beginning that you had nothing to do with Celeste's betrayal. You're too soft, too loyal, too stupidly devoted to this pack to ever turn traitor. The confession hits me like a physical blow. Then why? Because your father needed someone to punish. The pack needed someone to blame. And you were convenient. He crouches down to my level. Your sister's betrayal made the Alpha look weak, made him look like he couldn't control his own family. He needed to show strength, show that he wouldn't tolerate treachery even from his own blood. So you've been torturing me for 3 months knowing I was innocent. My voice breaks. You've been, all of this was necessary. Political theater. He stands brushing off his pants. The pack needed to see justice being served. You served that purpose admirably. I'll tell them. I'll tell everyone you knew. Who would believe you? A desperate traitor trying to bargain her way out of punishment? He laughs. No, Aurora. You'll stay down here until your father decides he's made his point. Then perhaps you'll be allowed to live out the rest of your days in exile, if you're lucky. You're a monster. I'm a pragmatist. He heads toward the stairs. Oh, and your rations are being cut again. We need you weak enough to be manageable but alive enough to keep serving your purpose. Can't have you dying before the Alpha has finished rebuilding his reputation. The door closes. The darkness returns. And I hang there bleeding and broken, knowing that my own family has been torturing me for months, fully aware of my innocence. I want to scream, want to rage, want to tear these chains from the wall and burn this entire pack house to the ground. But I don't have the strength. So I just hang here and cry, quietly, because even my tears feel like giving them satisfaction. I don't know how much longer I can survive this. I must drift in and out of consciousness because the next thing I'm aware of is shouting, lots of shouting, and something else, a sound I haven't heard in months, alarm bells. The entire pack house is ringing with warning bells, the kind they use when we're under attack. What's happening? More shouting, running footsteps above me, throughout the pack house. The sound of furniture being overturned, glass breaking. We're under attack. Bloodfang must be attacking again. For a moment, I think maybe this is it. Maybe I'll die down here, forgotten in the basement, while the pack fights for its life above. Part of me welcomes it. At least it would be over. But then I hear something else. Something that makes my blood run cold. A roar. Deep, primal, barely human. Not a war cry from a warrior. Something else. Something ancient and feral and full of rage. The entire basement shakes. Dust rains down from the ceiling. What is that? More roars. Closer now and screaming. People screaming in terror. The basement door explodes inward. The force of it sends splinters flying. The door doesn't just open, it's torn off its hinges and thrown aside like it weighs nothing. A figure fills the doorway, backlit by the chaos above. Enormous, easily 7 feet tall, shoulders so broad they barely fit through the frame. Not human, not entirely. This is something else, something caught between man and beast. The figure descends the stairs. Each step shakes the foundation. And as it moves into the dim light filtering down from above, I see it clearly. Him, a man, or what used to be a man. He's massive, his body a sculpture of raw muscle and brutal scars. His skin is marked with old wounds that speak of countless battles survived. His hair is long, dark, wild, like he hasn't cut it in years. But it's his face that steals my breath. Handsome, brutally, savagely handsome. Sharp cheekbones, strong jaw, a mouth that looks like it was made for violence. And his eyes, red. Not brown, not amber like most wolves. Pure red, like blood, like rage, like hellfire burning in the darkness. Those red eyes scan the basement and lock onto me. The chains, the blood, the wounds covering every visible inch of my skin. Something happens to his face. The already harsh features twist into something terrifying. Pure, undiluted fury. He moves toward me, not walking, stalking, like a predator that's found its wounded prey. I should be terrified, should be screaming. But I can't feel anything except exhaustion and a strange, detached curiosity about whether he's here to kill me or save me. He stops in front of me, so close I can feel the heat radiating off his body, can smell him, pine and smoke, and something wild that makes my wolf stir for the first time in months. My wolf. I'd almost forgotten I had one. She's been so quiet, retreating deep inside to escape the pain. But now she's pushing forward, alert, interested in this terrifying man. Who did this? His voice is a growl, deep, rough, like he's forgotten how to speak properly. I try to answer, but my throat is too dry. When was the last time I had water? He sees my struggle. His red eyes narrow. Without warning, he reaches up and grabs the chains holding my wrists. His hands are huge, scarred, tipped with claws. He pulls. The chains don't break. They're torn from the wall, metal shrieking as it's ripped from stone. My arms drop. The relief is so intense I gasp. 3 months of holding my arms above my head and suddenly they're free. I collapse forward. Can't help it. My legs won't hold me. But I don't hit the ground. He catches me, gathers me against his chest like I weigh nothing. And, the warmth. He's so warm. After months of cold stone and colder darkness, his heat is almost painful. Water, I manage. To croak out. He makes a sound, half growl, half something else. Concern, maybe? Marcus, he roars toward the stairs. The sound is so loud it makes my ears ring. Get down here, now! Running footsteps. A man appears at the top of the stairs, not Beta Marcus, someone else. Younger, with kind eyes and healer's robes. Your Majesty! The healer's eyes widen when he sees me. Oh, goddess, what have they done to her? Water, food, medical supplies, everything. Now. The beast man, Majesty, doesn't shout, but there's absolute command in his voice. The healer disappears. Who are you? I whisper. Those red eyes drop to my face, and for just a moment something flickers in them, something almost gentle beneath the rage. Ryker Bloodmoon, Alpha King of the Bloodmoon pack. My heart stops. Bloodmoon, not Bloodfang, our enemies. Bloodmoon, the pack from the far north, the pack everyone whispers about in fear, the pack ruled by the Beast King. I'm being held by the Beast King, the man they say went feral 5 years ago after watching his entire family slaughtered. The man who's supposed to be more animal than human, who rules through violence and fear, who hasn't spoken a civilized word in years. I should be terrified, But all I can think is, he's warm, and he's holding me like I'm something precious instead of something broken. Please, I whisper, unsure what I'm even asking for. I've got you, he says, his voice rough but certain. No one's going to hurt you again, I promise. The healer returns with supplies. Water first. Ryker holds the cup to my lips, letting me drink slowly. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. More, I rasp when the cup is empty. Slowly, the healer warns. Too much too fast will make you sick. Ryker growls at him. Actual growl, like an animal warning another away from its food. The healer holds up his hands. I'm just trying to help her, Your Majesty. Another growl, but Ryker gives me more water. Small sips. Patient, despite the rage I can feel vibrating through his body. What's your name? He asks, his red eyes never leaving my face. Aurora, Aurora Nightingale. His eyes narrow. Nightingale, the traitor's sister. I'm not a traitor. I didn't know what Celeste was planning. I swear I know. The certainty in his voice makes me stop. What? I know you're innocent. That's why I'm here. I don't understand. Your sister, he says, his jaw tight. Celeste. She came to Bloodmoon territory 3 months ago seeking asylum, said she had information to trade. My stomach sinks. Did you accept her? No. We don't harbor traitors who betray their own blood. His expression darkens. But during the interrogation, she bragged about what she'd done, how she'd framed her innocent sister, how the Shadowmere Pack was torturing you for her crimes. Why would she tell you that? Because she's cruel. She thought it was funny, thought we'd appreciate her cunning. His hands tighten on me, careful not to hurt. But I feel the tension. We didn't. I executed her myself. The word should shock me, should make me sad, but all I feel is relief. Celeste is dead. She can't hurt anyone else, can't betray anyone else. I tried to send word to your pack, Ryker continues, told them you were innocent, that Celeste had confessed to working alone. They didn't listen. No, your father sent back a very diplomatic message telling me to mind my own business. Fury darkens his expression. So I decided to make it my business. Came to retrieve you myself. Retrieve me? You're coming with me, back to Bloodmoon, where you'll be safe. But your pack tortured you for 3 months for a crime they knew you didn't commit. His voice drops to something dangerous. They don't deserve you, and I'm not leaving you here to suffer. You can't just take me. That's kidnapping. The council can try to stop me. His smile is all teeth, sharp teeth. Let them send their warriors. I'll paint the snow red with their blood. The violence in his words should terrify me, but instead I feel protected. For the first time in 3 months, someone is fighting for me instead of against me. Marcus, Ryker shouts again. The healer appears. Your Majesty. Can she travel? Marcus examines me quickly. His hands are gentle on my wounds, professional. She needs immediate treatment. These injuries are severe, infected in places. She's malnourished, dehydrated. Can she travel? Not a question, a demand. If we keep her warm and provide constant medical attention, yes. But Your Majesty, moving her is risky. More risky than leaving her here? Ryker's red eyes flash. They'll kill her the moment I leave. You know that. Marcus nods grimly. Then yes, we'll do our best. That's all I ask. Ryker stands, still cradling me against his chest. Get the horses ready. We leave immediately. As he carries me up the basement stairs, I get my first look at what Ryker did to my pack. House, it's destroyed. Furniture overturned, walls cracked, blood splattered across expensive carpets. Pack members huddled in corners, eyes wide with terror. My father stands in the center of the main hall, flanked by guards. His face is pale, furious. You have no right, he begins. I have every right. Ryker doesn't stop walking. You tortured an innocent woman for 3 months. That violates every pack law in existence. She's my daughter, my pack business. She's not your daughter. You said so yourself. Ryker's voice is ice. You disowned her, which makes her free territory, and I'm claiming her. You can't. I just did. He stops, turning to face my father. And if you try to stop me, I'll kill everyone in this building and burn it to the ground. Test me, Alpha Dominic. See how fast I can tear your throat out. The threat hangs in the air, heavy, real. My father looks at me. For just a moment, I see something in his eyes. Regret? Guilt? But then his expression hardens. She's dead to me anyway. Take her. The words hurt more than any beating, more than any chain. My own father throwing me away like garbage. Aurora? My mother pushes through the crowd. Her face is tear-streaked. Aurora, baby, please, don't. I'm surprised by how steady my voice sounds. Don't call me baby. Don't pretend you care. You let them do this to me. You knew I was innocent and you let them torture me anyway. We thought, your father said, you didn't think at all. You just wanted someone to blame, someone to punish. And I was convenient. I meet her eyes. I'm not your daughter anymore. You made that choice when you left me in that basement to suffer. My mother sobs, but I feel nothing. No sympathy, no forgiveness, just emptiness. Ryker carries me out of the pack house. The cold air hits my face, shocking, after months in a dark basement. It's snowing, big fluffy flakes falling from a gray sky. It's beautiful. Cold? Ryker asks, feeling me shiver. No, just, I forgot what the sky looked like. Something passes over his face. Pain? Understanding? He pulls his heavy cloak tighter around me, cocooning me in warmth and his scent. Horses wait in the courtyard. His warriors, at least 20 of them, are mounted and ready. They watch their king approach with something like awe. Your Majesty found her, one says, a tall man with a scar across his face. I found her. Ryker's voice is tight with barely controlled rage. In chains, in a basement, tortured for months. Growls ripple through the warriors, low, angry sounds. The Shadowmere pack will answer for this, the scarred warrior says. Later. Ryker mounts his horse, a massive black stallion, with me still in his arms. Right now, we get her home and safe. Then we can discuss retribution. As we ride away from the pack house, I look back once, at the place I called home for 24 years, the place that became my prison, the family that became my torturers, and I feel nothing but relief as it disappears into the snowy distance. Where are we going? I ask Ryker. Home, he says simply, to Bloodmoon Castle. Why are you doing this? You don't know me. He's quiet for a long moment. Then, because I know what it's like to be betrayed by the people who are supposed to protect you, to be left bleeding while everyone watches and does nothing. What happened to you? My family was slaughtered by rogues 5 years ago. I was away on pack business, came home to find them all dead. My mother, my father, my 2 younger brothers. His voice is flat, emotionless, but I feel the tension in his body. The pack did nothing, said there was nothing they could do, that rogues are unpredictable, offered sympathy but no justice. I'm sorry. I killed them all, every rogue involved. Then I challenged the old alpha for his position, killed him too, became king at 25. He pauses. They call me the Beast King because I never quite came back from that rage, because I rule through fear and violence instead of diplomacy and politics. Are you trying to scare me? I'm trying to be honest, so you know what you're getting into. He looks down at me, those red eyes searching. I'm not a good man, Aurora. I'm barely civilized most days, but I protect what's mine, and right now, you're mine to protect. I'm not yours. No, but you will be. His certainty is absolute. You just don't know it yet. I should argue, should be offended by his arrogance, but I'm too tired, too broken. So I just close my eyes and let him carry me toward whatever future awaits. For now, I'm warm, I'm safe, and that's more than I've had in months. The ride to Bloodmoon Castle takes 2 days. I drift in and out of consciousness for most of it. Every time I wake, Ryker is there, holding me on his horse, keeping me warm, making sure Marcus checks my wounds regularly. "You need to eat," he says on the second day, holding dried meat to my lips. Not hungry. "Eat anyway." "You're wasting away." I take a small bite to appease him. It tastes like ash in my mouth. "More." "I can't." "You can." Small bites. Keep trying. He's patient but firm, making me eat tiny amounts throughout the day, making sure I drink water constantly. "Why do you care?" I ask at one point. "Because you're under my protection now, and I don't let things under my protection suffer." "I'm not a thing." "No. You're Aurora Nightingale, the woman who survived 3 months of torture without breaking, the woman whose own family betrayed her, and still she held on to hope." His red eyes meet mine. "You're stronger than you think." "I don't feel strong. I feel broken. Broken things can be fixed if they want to be." "What if I don't want to be fixed? What if I just want—" I stop, unsure how to finish. "What if you just want what?" He prompts gently. "To disappear, to stop existing, to not hurt anymore." He's quiet for a long moment, then, "I understand that feeling. After my family died, I wanted that too. Wanted the pain to stop, wanted to just cease." "What changed?" "Revenge, rage, the need to make someone pay for what they'd done." He pauses. "It's not healthy, and it turned me into this, into the Beast King, but it kept me alive when I wanted to die." "Is that what you want for me? Revenge?" "No. I want you to heal, to find reasons to live that aren't built on anger." His expression softens, just slightly. "But until you find those reasons, I'll be your anger. I'll be your rage. I'll be the one who makes them pay while you focus on surviving." The words settle into my chest, warm, comforting in a strange way. Someone wants to fight for me. Someone sees value in keeping me alive. It's more than I've had in so long. We arrive at Bloodmoon Castle as the sun sets on the second day. It's not what I expected. Not a dark, foreboding fortress, but a massive stone castle built into the side of a mountain, with warm lights glowing in hundreds of windows. Smoke rises from chimneys. I can hear laughter and music drifting from somewhere inside. It looks alive, welcoming. "Welcome home," Ryker says as we ride through the gates. People emerge to greet us, not with fear but with smiles. Warriors, servants, families, all bowing respectfully to their king, but with genuine warmth in their expressions. They're not afraid of him. They respect him. "Your Majesty." A woman approaches, older, maybe 50, with kind eyes. "You found her." "I found her, Elena." He dismounts carefully, keeping me cradled against his chest. "And she needs immediate care." Elena takes one look at me and her expression hardens. "What monsters did this?" "Her own pack, her own family." Gasps from the gathered crowd, angry muttering. "They'll pay," someone says. "Later," Ryker says firmly. "Right now she needs healing." He carries me into the castle, through corridors lit by torches and filled with tapestries. Everything is warm, lived in, loved, not the cold, perfect showpiece my pack house was. This is a home. We reach a large chamber, a bedroom, I realize, with a massive bed, a fireplace already burning, and tall windows overlooking the mountains. "This is your room," Ryker says, laying me gently on the bed. "It's too much." "It's yours. No arguments." Elena bustles in with supplies. "Everyone out except me and His Majesty," she orders. "The lady needs privacy." The warriors file out. Elena examines me thoroughly. Her hands are gentle, but her face grows darker with every wound she finds. goddess above, she breathes. They tortured her. I know. Ryker's voice is tight. Can you heal her? Physically, yes, with time. But these scars, she touches a particularly nasty burn on my arm. Some of these will never fully fade. I don't care about scars, just get her healthy. Elena nods. She treats each wound carefully, cleaning, salving, bandaging. She gives me something for pain, a bitter tea that makes the world go soft at the edges. You need to sleep, she says kindly. Real sleep. You're safe here, child. How can you know that? Because His Majesty has never broken a promise, and he promised to protect you. She smiles. You're as safe as you'll ever be. After she leaves, Ryker remains, standing by the fireplace, staring into the flames. You don't have to stay, I say quietly. I want to. Why? He's silent for so long I think he won't answer. Then, because you're my mate. The words hit me like a thunderbolt. What? He turns, those red eyes meeting mine. I knew the moment I saw you in that basement. The mate bond. It's unmistakable. You're mine. Fated. Chosen by the goddess herself. That's impossible. I'm nobody. Broken. Weak. You survived 3 months of torture without giving up. That's not weakness. He moves closer to the bed. I don't know why the goddess chose you for me, but she did, and I've learned not to question her wisdom. But you're a king, and I'm just... You're my mate. That's all that matters. He settles into a chair beside the bed. Sleep, Aurora. We'll talk more when you're stronger. What if I don't want this? The mate bond? Pain flickers across his face. Then I'll respect your choice. I won't force you, but I will protect you regardless. You're under my care whether you accept the bond or not. I don't know what to say to that. So I just close my eyes and let exhaustion pull me under. For the first time in 3 months, I sleep without nightmares, because the Beast King is watching over me, and somehow that makes me feel safe. 2 weeks later, I'm stronger now, not healed. The wounds are still fresh, the scars still angry, but I can walk without collapsing, can eat without feeling sick, can think without drowning in pain. Elena visits daily, changing my bandages and monitoring my progress. You're healing remarkably well, she says with approval. The mate bond is helping. I haven't accepted the bond. Doesn't matter, your body recognizes him, whether your mind does or not. She smiles gently. Give it time. You've been through trauma. You need to heal emotionally as well as physically. Ryker keeps his distance. He doesn't push, doesn't demand. He just exists at the edges of my recovery, checking on me in the mornings, bringing me meals, sitting in the chair by my fireplace in the evenings, reading or just staring into the flames. Sometimes we talk, small things, books we've read, places we've been, memories that don't hurt too much to share. Tell me about your family, I ask one evening, before they died. His expression clouds, but he doesn't refuse. My mother was kind, too kind for an alpha's mate, everyone said, but my father loved her for it. She had a garden, grew herbs for the pack healers. What about your brothers? Marcus was 12, loved weapons training, wanted to be a warrior like father. A sad smile. He used to challenge me to sparring matches and get so angry when I won. And the younger one, Leo, 8 years old, sweet kid, loved animals, had a puppy that followed him everywhere. His voice goes rough. They killed the puppy too, just for cruelty. I'm sorry. So am I. He's quiet for a moment. They say time heals all wounds, but some wounds just scar over. The pain lessens but never quite goes away. Is that what happened to you? You scarred over? I became something else, something harder, meaner. The man I was before died with my family. The Beast King is all that's left. I don't think that's true. He looks at me surprised. No? You're gentle with me, patient. You care about your pack. I've seen how they look at you. With respect, not fear. You're not just a beast. Maybe I'm just good at pretending. Or maybe you're more than you think you are. Something shifts in his expression. Hope? Longing? But before he can respond, a knock at the door interrupts. Come, Ryker calls. Elena enters, her face troubled. Your Majesty, there's a messenger from the Council of Alphas. They're demanding Aurora be returned to her pack for trial. My blood runs cold. Trial? Her father has filed formal charges, accusing you of kidnapping. Elena looks at me apologetically. They want you back to face justice. No. Ryker's voice is granite. She's not going back there. Your Majesty, the Council, I don't care about the Council. They can send their demands. I'll send them back my refusal. That could mean war. Let it mean war. He stands, red eyes blazing. I won't hand her over to be tortured again, not for any price. Ryker, I start. No, you're not going back. I don't care what the Council says. But if it means war, then we go to war. He looks at me, his expression fierce. I've lost everyone I cared about once. I'm not losing you too. The declaration hangs in the air. He cares about me. This beast of a king cares about me enough to risk war. What do we do? I ask quietly. We fight politically first. If that fails, with weapons. He turns to Elena. Send for Captain Mikhail. I want our best warriors ready. If the Council sends enforcers, we'll be prepared. After Elena leaves, silence falls between us. You don't have to do this, I say. You barely know me. I know enough, and you're my mate. That means I protect you, no matter what. Even if it costs you everything, especially then. He kneels beside my chair. Aurora, I've been dead inside for 5 years, just going through the motions, ruling because someone had to. But when I found you, when I saw you in that basement, broken and bleeding, something woke up inside me, something I thought died with my family. What? Hope? Purpose? The feeling that maybe I could be more than just a monster wearing a crown. He takes my hand carefully like I might break. You make me want to be human again. Not just the Beast King, but Ryker. The man I was before the rage consumed me. Tears blur my vision. I don't know if I can be what you need. I'm so broken. Then we'll be broken together. And maybe, piece by piece, we can help each other heal. I look at this terrifying, gentle, complicated man, this Beast King who saved me, who's willing to go to war for me, and I make a choice. Okay, I'll try. I'll give the mate bond a chance. Give us a chance. I squeeze his hand. I can't promise I'll ever be whole again, but I can promise to try. The smile that spreads across his face transforms him, makes him look younger, happier, human. That's all I ask. He brings my hand to his lips, kissing it gently. We'll face the Council together. Whatever happens, you're not alone anymore. For the first time since this nightmare began, I believe it. I'm not alone. I have the Beast King, and he has me. And together, maybe we can survive anything. 1 month later. The Council hearing is held in neutral territory, a massive hall built specifically for interpack disputes. I sit beside Ryker at a long table facing the Council of Alphas, 12 of the most powerful alphas in the realm, including my father. He won't look at me. We're here to address the kidnapping charges filed by Alpha Dominic Nightingale against King Ryker Bloodmoon, the head council member Alpha Magnus announces. I didn't kidnap anyone, Ryker says calmly. I rescued a woman being illegally tortured. That woman is my daughter, my father begins. That woman is sitting right here, I interrupt. You could address me directly instead of talking about me like I'm not present. Shocked silence. Omegas don't interrupt alphas, especially not in council hearings. But I'm done being invisible. Miss Nightingale, Alpha Magnus says carefully, Do you claim you were kidnapped? No, I claim I was rescued. From what? From 3 months of torture in my father's basement. Torture he ordered despite knowing I was innocent of the crimes I was accused of. Gasps ripple through the chamber. My father's face goes red. That's a lie. Is it? I stand, letting my cloak fall away, revealing the scars that cover my arms, the burn marks, the whip scars, the blade cuts. These are lies. More gasps. Several council members look ill. The beta, Marcus, admitted to me that he knew I was innocent from the beginning. I continue, my voice steady despite the trembling in my hands. Said I was political theater, someone to punish so my father could save face after my sister's betrayal. That's preposterous. My father slams his hand on the table. She's making this up to justify running away with her lover. Lover? I laugh, bitter. I didn't even know King Ryker existed until he broke down the basement door and saved my life. But yes, he's my mate. The goddess chose him for me. And honestly, I'm grateful. Because at least he values me enough not to torture me for crimes I didn't commit. Aurora. My mother stands, tears streaming down her face. Please, you have to understand. I understand perfectly. You let them chain me in a basement and torture me because it was easier than standing up to father. Because you needed someone to blame for Celeste's betrayal. I meet her eyes. I don't forgive you. I don't think I ever will. Miss Nightingale, Alpha Magnus interrupts gently. Can you prove these allegations? I can. Marcus, the healer, not the beta, steps forward with a folder. I have detailed medical reports documenting every injury, including estimated times and methods of infliction. The pattern is consistent with prolonged, systematic torture. He spreads photographs across the council table. Images of my wounds when Ryker first found me. Several council members turn away, looking sick. I also have testimony from several Shadowmere Pack members who witnessed Aurora being taken to the basement, Ryker adds, his voice cold, and from the beta who bragged about torturing an innocent woman for political purposes. These are serious accusations, Alpha Magnus says. These are serious crimes, Ryker counters, and I want justice. What kind of justice? Alpha Dominic stripped of his position, his pack dissolved and absorbed into neighboring territories, and Aurora granted full autonomy, free from any claims her former pack might make on her. You can't do that, my father roars. I'm an alpha. You can't just take my pack. You tortured your own daughter for 3 months. You violated every pack law regarding treatment of members. You brought shame to your bloodline. Alpha Magnus's voice is ice. King Ryker is well within his rights to demand your position. This is outrageous. No, this is justice. Magnus looks at me. Miss Nightingale? Do you wish to return to Shadowmere Pack? Never. And do you accept King Ryker as your mate? I look at Ryker, at the man who saved me, who's fought for me, who's shown me more kindness in 1 month than my family did in 24 years. Yes, I accept him. The mate bond flares to life. Warm, right, like a missing piece clicking into place. Ryker's red eyes widen. He feels it too. Then this council finds in favor of King Ryker Bloodmoon, Alpha Magnus announces. Alpha Dominic Nightingale is hereby stripped of his position, pending full investigation. Aurora Nightingale is granted full autonomy and recognized as the mate of King Ryker. This case is closed. My father tries to protest, but guards escort him out. My mother tries to approach me, but I turn away. I have nothing left to say to them. Come, Ryker says softly, offering his hand. Let's go home. I take it, and we walk out together, leaving my old life behind. 3 months later, the mating ceremony is held under the full moon in Bloodmoon's sacred grove. I wear a gown of deep red, Bloodmoon's color. My hair is adorned with winter flowers, and for the first time in months I feel beautiful. Ryker waits at the altar wearing formal black with red accents. His red eyes are locked on me, full of love and promise. "You look incredible," he whispers as I reach him. "You clean up pretty well yourself, Beast King." He laughs. That's new. I've been making him laugh more lately, pulling the human out from under the beast. The ceremony is simple, traditional vows, exchange of marks. When Ryker bites my neck, claiming me officially, the mate bond explodes fully to life. I can feel everything he feels, his overwhelming love, his fierce protectiveness, his absolute certainty that I'm his everything. And he feels me, my healing, my growing strength, my love for him that started as gratitude and became something deeper. "I love you," I whisper against his chest as we dance under the moonlight afterward. "I love you too, my Aurora, my mate, my redemption." Redemption? You brought me back from the darkness, made me human again. He spins me gently. "I was a beast before you. Now I'm just a man who loves his wife. I like that man. Good, because you're stuck with him forever. I can live with that." We dance until the moon sets, until the celebration winds down and everyone drifts away. And then Ryker carries me to our chambers, our shared chambers now, and shows me just how much he loves me. It's gentle, patient, reverent. He treats me like I'm precious, like I might break. "I won't break," I assure him. "Not anymore. You've made me strong again." "Then let me worship you anyway. Let me show you what you mean to me." And he does, all night, until we're both exhausted and sated and tangled together in sheets that smell like us. "Thank you," I whisper as dawn breaks. "For what?" "For breaking down that door, for saving me, for choosing me." I'd do it again in a heartbeat, 1,000 times over. He kisses my forehead. "You're my heart, Aurora. Where you go, I go." I fall asleep in the arms of my Beast King, marked and mated with a future that's finally, truly mine. 5 years later, the twins are chasing each other through the castle gardens, their laughter echoing off the stone walls. Marcus, named for Ryker's lost brother, has his father's red eyes and his mother's dark hair. At 4 years old, he's already showing signs of alpha dominance. Lily, named for Ryker's mother, has my brown eyes and her father's wild hair. She's gentler than her brother, but just as fierce when needed. "Mama, Marcus won't share," Lily complains, running to me. "Marcus, share with your sister," I call. "But Mama, now." He grumbles but hands over the toy he was hoarding. Ryker appears beside me, sliding an arm around my waist. "They're going to be a handful when they're older." "They're a handful now." "True." He kisses my temple. "Any word from the new sanctuary?" I smile. After seeing how my healing helped me, Ryker and I established a sanctuary for abuse survivors. A place where wolves who've been hurt by their own packs can come to heal and find new homes. It's thriving. Over 100 residents now, all rebuilding their lives. Elena says we have 5 new arrivals this week, all from the same pack. Another corrupt alpha? Seems so. I'm thinking we should petition the council. We will, together. He pulls me close, like we do everything. I lean into him, watching our children play in the sunshine. 5 years ago, I was chained in a basement, dying slowly while my family watched. Now I'm a queen, a mother, a mate to a king who loves me. I have everything I never dared to dream of. And it all started because the Beast King broke down a door and refused to leave me behind. "What are you thinking?" Ryker asks, feeling my emotions through the bond. "That I'm grateful. For you. For this. For everything. I'm the grateful one. You saved me just as much as I saved you." "Then we saved each other." "Yes, we did." Our children run over, demanding attention. Ryker scoops them both up, making them squeal with laughter. And I watch my family, my chosen family, and know that I'm finally home, not in a place, but with people who love me, who chose me, who will never let me suffer alone again. I am Aurora Bloodmoon, Queen, Mother, Survivor. And my story isn't one of being saved, it's one of saving myself, with a little help from a Beast King who refused to give up on me. The end. Subscribe before you do anything else. Seriously, drop everything and hit that button because the final story is going to be the most epic one yet, and you absolutely cannot miss it.